Hi, in this video, we are going to talk about the virtual machines, how to create a virtual machine in Azure and its parameters. So this is the portal.azure.com console. If you don't, if you are not seeing this such icons, so go here, type virtual machines or virtual, some 4 to 5 letters. So you get this virtual machine, go inside. First, in virtual machines, there is a lot of advanced options. As of now, in this exercise, we are going to see basic virtual machine, how to create. Okay, I'm going here, going for virtual machine add. So in this virtual machine, okay, so we will go with the new resource group create. So the idea here is the more you go for logical, the more you can do administration effectively. So I'm just saying CNL, say dev. So that is a resource group. I'm going with the machine name. Machine name is say CNL test 1 or test VM1. So region. So I'm selecting East US region. So first of all, I will give you a quick understanding on what is the VM part. So region means, say for example, I have one East US region. Okay, East US region. East US. So in this region, one complete area in this, one or multiple data center will be combined, offered as a availability zone. Okay, so in this one region, there will be a multiple availability zone. Okay, so I'm just clearing it out. So I'm selecting East US and I'm going with a Unix Ubuntu server. I don't want more capacity now. So I'm going very minimal capacity because we are just trying to explore all the options as part of this learning. So I'm going here 1 and 1. So we will always stick with this size until if it is not necessary. So I'm going with 1 CPU, 0.5 GB memory. I'm going with the password options. So I'm setting the password. So what are the ports you want to be allowed? So as of now, this Linux machine, I want to do SSH, so port 22, or if you are looking to install some web service, accordingly, you can select port 80 and port 443. I'm now going with port 22. And since we are just learning, in order to save, extend your trial period, always go with the HDD. But in production, based on the need, you can select SSD. Now I'm going with the standard HDD disk. Come down. If you want to have more data need to be stored, always don't store it with OS disk. So you can create your data disk, additional secondary disk. Go for networking. Since we are just starting, we don't have any VNet, we don't have any subnet, everything. So automatically it's getting created. Okay, so come down. So security group, I'm going with the basic. Security group means you can control who has to come inside with the port level, even the source level. We will see it further sessions. Public inbound ports, I am allocating only the port 22 now. Load balancing, you will see it in a detailed way. So I'm just say next. I'm going with custom storage account because if you want to have more detailed boot diagnostics in your infrastructure, then always advisable to go with custom storage accounts. Okay, and then if you want to allocate or any authentication, then enable this. If you have each machine agreed already with the business, what is the business hours? So accordingly, out of business hours, you can enable this and you can schedule the shutdown part. So as of now, we are going with the simple machine creation. Say next. And this is the bootstrap. Basically, if you want to, if you are expecting some scripts or some commands has to be executed while being provisioned once before you start the server fully, then you can mention all here. Some of the people we also used to call it as a bootstrap. Come down. So I'm going with the tags. So tags, the more you allocate tags, the more easy to manage your environment. Say, for example, this is project 1. And this is the server, say app server. Okay, so from your automation scripts, you can easily, using this tag, whatever resources having this tag, remove it. Whatever resources having this tag, you shut down it. Whatever resources having this tag, start it. So the more you give the tag, the more easy to manage your infrastructure. Okay, I'm going with a review. Some people will have a lot of programming issues. Okay, so in Azure, if you know what are the tasks you need to do in your Azure project, okay, you do everything manually, you export the relevant code. The Azure also providing, say for example, download template. The Azure is really easy to provision. See here, all code, JSON code, you can have it in fly. But only thing is you need to first define. This is not a right way, but this also there is a one alternative way. You no need to worry about the programming part. Okay, so I'm just canceling it. I'm just going the create. So the mission getting created now. So once it's created, okay, you can use PuTTY, you can use Mobile Extreme. You can have Mobile Extreme, which is a very good tool. Let's create first. So the mission is getting created. So we will go back to the virtual machines and see what is the progress. Still is not yet created. Let's wait for some time, because see here, if any of your activity is in progress, you can realize it's not yet completed. So once completed, you will not see like a running dash here. Let's wait for a few more minutes. Yes, see, there is a resource got created. So even you can click this, or you can directly go to that service and say refresh. So your mission got created. Go inside and minimize this left side. So you got the public address. You copy that public address. As I said, Mobile Extreme is one of the very good tool. So you go here, you can download it from internet. It's free only. So you just select SSH. I am giving the address. What is the username we given? I given the username. Say OK. So it's asking the password. So I logged in. See here, I logged in. So this is the way you have to create the virtual machine in Azure. So in after this, you can configure or you can install any application or your project related in this machine. Thanks for watching. We will continue the next session.